Hello, fellow holistic lifers. How has your week been? Mine has been good. No major challenges. And this week I wanted to do a video majorly showing you how I am decorating a Christmas tree for the very first time actually in my life. So I am so excited and I hope you'll be too. And maybe you'll be challenged to make a step and get your own tree. That one aside, if you have been following this channel, you know that I had harvested some herbs last 2 weeks, and I have been keeping these mint and other herbs for almost 2 weeks now by just changing the water daily to keep the plant alive and also to enable it to generate new roots. So this is the last week that I'm keeping it. Actually, this week I had it for just a few days, and I planted the part that had generated roots. But one thing I have noticed is that rosemary is very notorious when it comes to propagating. It doesn't grow roots so easily. And I was talking to someone sometimes back, and they told me that they have tried planting rosemary for quite some time, and she noticed that it was a very notorious herb to grow or basically thrive. And I have noticed that too. Getting rosemary cutting to generate roots is not as easy, because I have had this for 2 weeks now. I've been changing the water daily, but still there are no visible roots. But I didn't want to plant more rosemary because I already have enough in my garden. I just wanted to see if or I just wanted to know how easy or difficult it is to propagate rosemary, and I have proven actually it's not easy, but I'll keep trying, obviously. Also, if you have been a religious follower, you also know that I have been taking care of my home, the children, myself, and everything else personally, all by myself from mid-June or early July, I think, or somewhere between 1st and 15th of July, I guess. That is when my nanny left. And I promised myself I would take care of my home and do everything else all by myself until next year, when I'll bring in another house help. It's not been easy now. It's been like 4 months doing that all alone. It's not easy, I can tell you for sure. But the main thing is that I don't usually get tired. That is the upside of it, because I normally give myself time in between activities. I'll wake up in the morning, prepare breakfast, shower, feed the children, then give myself like 1 to 2 hours. Then I'll go back to the kitchen to do some cleaning. I'll wipe the house, then rest again. Also, I don't do laundry daily. And also, another thing is that I have learned to value myself so much, and learned that my body and everything should come before even the house chores, maybe me and the kids, and generally my family. So I have been extending so much grace to myself, and also as I take care of the house and the children. Don't mind the voice of my child that you have heard them calling me. She was calling me as I was recording the audio, and I obviously attended to her. So what I'm saying is that the main challenge with housework is not even the work itself. It's about doing the same work over and over again, which I actually don't like. I have been a work at home mom for the last 10 years because I got married very early actually, and I have had nannies all through. And I think the main reason why I normally have nannies is because I just hate, or I dislike repeating the same thing over and over again. Like you'll do utensils in the morning, then they'll feed their breakfast, then you'll go back again, do the utensils again, and then you'll prepare lunch, they'll eat, you do the utensils again. It's so hectic. I just don't like doing repetitive jobs actually. So that is the main reason I don't like housework. Also, the fact that you can't go out whenever you want, or you are limited to the places that you can go, because there are so many places that you can go with kids, especially you can't go to the library and focus. Obviously, you can go to the library with kids because they have a kids section, but you won't get enough time for yourself to focus on what had taken you to the library. I can obviously take them to the library whenever I want, especially during school holidays, but not when I want to do something serious. I would take them to the library if I had decided this day I'm taking them to the library. It is their day, not my day. So basically, I just don't like the repetitive works that comes with housework. So instead of doing that, we normally hire someone to do that for us, and I find it being quite fair. So to deal with that, recently I got someone who just comes here once a week. They stay with the children. They don't do laundry because I use a washing machine, so I don't see the need of them coming to do laundry. And also, I wouldn't want someone to come over to clean, look after the children, and also do laundry at the same time, because my last born, or my baby is very young, so they can't manage to do laundry, clean the house, and still get some time to look after the children. So what she does when she comes over, she just does cleaning. She cleans the house, the front and the backyard, and also if I had done laundry the previous day, she will arrange the clothes well in their wardrobe, and also look after the children. And if she gets time, she can prepare meals, before I come back from my errands, because that is the day also that I have set for myself to be just going out of the house, and give myself that day as my own day to just focus on me and me alone. And it's been working so well. I would actually live like that forever if I was not planning to go back to the corporate. But obviously, I need more than just a single day for myself, and also to attend to things concerning me, and also run errands related to the family and house and everything else. So, in the meantime, the day bag has been helping a lot. She has been coming just once a week, and I am so much grateful for the work she's been doing. She's so good at whatever she does. So I'm so grateful. This festive season, she's going to be helping me a lot, and I don't take that for granted. For breakfast today, we are having matoke that I'm going to choma in the oven. I don't know whether that is baking or what, but I'm going to be baking them, if that is the right term. Kuzichoma kwa oven, because they are ripe, and the only way we can eat them when they are ripe ni maybe kutengeneza mukimo ya njahe with them. I was told that by a Kikuyu grandma. She told me that ripe bananas or ripe matoke can make a very nice njahe mukimo. I have tried once, although I used just normal matoke that were not ripe, and it turned out so well. So in the near future, I'm going to try using ripe matokes or ripe bananas and see how it goes. I don't know, because I don't like too sweet things. So that oven that you've seen me use, it's actually a very small oven that I bought around over like 5 to 6 years ago. I bought it from an ex-UK shop. There was a shop around where I live, not very far from where I live, it's a mall, and the owner of that mall had an ex-UK shop at the basement, and they used to sell so nice ex-UK utensils. During those times, I used to buy a lot of ex-UK utensils. I had quite a number of ex-UK utensils, and I used to love them so much. So what happened is that she used to have so many customers, and just along the way, she changed the prices. They were so high that we couldn't afford. Or let me just say that it was not worth the items that she was selling, you see. So we stopped just purchasing the XUKs. And during that time, I had also started selling new utensils from China, from different countries, and I had also seen nice and quality home items. So I switched to buying utensils and other homeware from different countries, not just UK and US, and they have been quite good and fair prices, you know. For instance, this flask here that I'm washing right now is just 1 liter. It's called a Captain Flask. It's one of the best flasks that you're going to get for less than 1,000 bob, and it's a sure bet. Like, it's going to keep your fluids hot actually for 24 hours. Sometimes I put porridge here and I forget to remove it by the time I'm going to bed. If it was a lot and the baby couldn't finish, and the following morning when I'm taking the flask to wash, the porridge is still hot. You wonder, such a nice flask for such a good amount. So doing these audios is not easy. I'm just used to writing, but talking is just it's tiring, but it's the easier method of editing these videos. Normally I usually write captions, and writing takes me like 2 to 3 hours editing the normal videos that I normally post on Sundays. So I switched to talking, as much as I don't trust my voice. Guys, let me tell you something. I have never considered my voice so good for voiceovers, but I don't know why. I don't know whether it's because of the mic that I use, or I just don't like noise. I just love quiet videos. But I feel like there's so much that I want to say in my videos that I may not be able to, especially when I'm writing. So what I normally do with the waste that comes from preparing foods in the kitchen, especially the ones that can they can decompose. I normally throw them in the garden, including the majani chai that I get from after preparing tea. I throw it in my composite heap, and let me tell you, I usually have manure all around the year. So I am so happy to see myself reuse, recycle, you know. upcycle things around the house. My strawberries are doing so well ever since I moved them from the front yard to backyard. I don't know whether it is the climate here at the back, or it's because there are other plants there, and that is part of the house or part of the garden that I usually give so much attention. I don't know, but they are doing so well. Towards the end of last week, I planted new vegetables because the spinach that I had planted around September was not doing well. Actually, it dried up. I don't know what's happened. I couldn't understand. I don't know whether it was the variety of the seeds that I used. I don't know. But for some reason, they dried up. So I had to plant new vegetables. As you can say, I have kienyeji mbogas in the area that there is the pawpaw tree, because I noticed that the pawpaw is making plants not to thrive so well. So I planted kienyeji mbogas there, or kienyeji vegetables. I got this cute tree from our family. Also, I have this beautiful plants over this area. And just so you know, my hibiscus tree is doing so well. Actually, always does so well. I planted this hibiscus as a way of trying. I wanted to see whether a big tree can grow around here. And the same as the pawpaw and also the tree tomato that I grew. I wanted to see whether a big tree, like those kind of trees, could thrive here to a level of producing, and they proved me wrong. They are doing so well. You all think they have grown in a big garden, so it showed me that you don't need a big space to plant these things. If you are a plant mom, or you're basically a green thumb kind of a person, just go ahead and plant in your small space, and you'll be amazed how much your plants are going to produce even in such a small piece of land. So we usually harvest this hibiscus all year round. This is the amount that I harvested today. So I'm gonna let them dry, and we are going to be preparing every single day hibiscus tea. My husband doesn't take milk tea. I'm the only one in the house. He's the only one in the house who doesn't take milk tea. So every single day I prepare him this, which is usually a combination of hibiscus. We have cloves, also soursop leaves from our farm. Like basically almost everything that I prepare for him in the morning, we get it either from our country farm or here in my small backyard garden. And I'm just so happy. So the breakfast is ready after a long time. My children are so hungry. They couldn't wait to have their breakfast. And one thing I noticed about the plantain, or this is not plantain, the matokes, they were actually very ripe. So they didn't turn out so well. They were a bit, what do I say? Mm, they were overly ripe, but we managed to eat a few, and yeah. Before we get to the Christmas tree video, part of the video, I also went I was doing my bank run, and I met this author who was selling very, very nice books. And he was not just selling the books, he was talking about basically careers. So I spent a good amount of time talking to him, and actually was bought. I promise to go back and purchase the books because they are so good. They are so good. Let's talk about my Christmas tree, or my very first Christmas tree. So I have had a family for the last 10 years. Can you imagine? And for some reason, I have always seen people post on YouTube, on social media, decorating their Christmas trees. Sometimes I have wanted to have a tree for myself. Some other times I'm just okay watching the videos and, uh, just watching the Christmas decorations at the mall and also in town, and I'm good. But for some reason, recently I have started this thing of just wanting to live life to the fullest in the best way I know how. So one way of doing that, I promised myself to observe seasons and different phases of my life. If it's my birthday, I just do something related to my birthday, because I noticed that I used to live life very flat, like nothing major was happening in my life. I never celebrated my birthdays. I never sometimes even celebrated my kids' birthdays or major events of the year or major life events. And I noticed that that was not good. So I'm at a phase of life where I am living fully. And one way of doing that is just recognizing events and seasons of my life. And this is festive season. I promised myself to decorate my house according to this season. So this is my very first Christmas tree that I have bought or we have had in the house. And one thing about having a Christmas tree is that you have to know that the decorations are way expensive, and sometimes it can be the decorations can be more expensive than the Christmas tree itself, you know. And maybe that is the reason why you find that most people are not able to decorate a tree, because you find that you are going to buy a tree for thousands of shillings, then you go ahead and buy decorations for almost the same amount of money. So this is something that we had planned, at least I had planned for, and I was very much determined to have it this year. And I'm so grateful that I was able to bring it in the house. I'm so happy for this. So let me just stop at this point and allow you to watch the video to see how I was able to install the tree and decorate it with my daughter or my daughters up to the very end. So one thing about this tree is that it's very much easy to install or to join, because it comes in three strands or three major pieces that you're going to join together. So it doesn't have major work to be done. You can just buy and install it yourself. You don't have to hire someone to come over and install it for you. So that is one thing about this kind of a tree that I got. It's so good and so manageable and not so huge. It's a 6 feet tree, and I just wanted it that way. I loved everything about it. So sit back and enjoy the video. At this point, I was done with the installation or making sure that the tree is fully standing, and it took me less time, because obviously, as I said, it was not complicated when it comes to joining or just installing it.
This is for a dog. Mhm. Kasi kama butterflies mingi. I think this is the these are still the decorations for the tree. This is for the tree for the Santa we can put.
Oh, is the star?
Yeah. This always gonna get in. And you can start again putting them. Oh, glitters are pouring when you open.
The first thing that we did was making sure that the star was at the top of the tree, and to ensure that we had to improvise because obviously there was no the way the tree is designed. There's no anywhere that is designed to hold the Christmas the star. So I had to fold the few strands at the end of the top of the tree to ensure that they held the star together. When it comes to decorating the tree, there is no best way to do it because you are obviously doing this for the first time. I've never had a tree or a Christmas tree in my entire life. So this was my first time having one in the house. So I didn't know how to go about the decoration part. I just did whatever I had to do with whatever I had when it comes to decorations. So here we were done decorating, and I was installing the lighting. I just bought the simple lights because here in my house they don't like the such a bright light, so I had to go with a very minimal lighting when it comes to the decor for the Christmas tree. So I went for the actually the cheapest, which cost about less than 500 shillings. There were other types of Christmas tree lighting that was so huge, so beautiful, so vibrant. But obviously, I couldn't get those because they had too much light and I needed something very minimal because of the people in the house that don't like too much light. Then we had these, I don't know what they are called. They came in a packet, and then you had to, with these strings on the side, so you had to tie the strings on the thingies. I don't know what they are called, but you find them in your home forest everywhere. I loved them because they brought the natural feel in the Christmas tree. As much as the tree is artificial, it brought the natural touch, you know. At this point, you are done with decorations. The only part of the decoration that was remaining was putting the gifts on beside the tree. So here I was putting everything together and to store them so that when it comes to dismantling the tree or returning it back to the storage, I don't have difficulties locating the wrappers, you know. So I kept everything in good place so that when it comes to in January, I'm just going to remove everything from the tree, then we put back to where it was. Guys, I was so fascinated. You see, the Christmas tree turned out so well, so beautiful, kind of simple, you know. Although I'm very sure I'll add a few decors here and there. At this point, I was so hungry because I had gone to buy the tree and installed it and decorated it at the same like I didn't give myself break, so I went in and had my lunch. And this is rice from our country shamba or country farm. So whoever dried it and took it to the mill, I don't know what went wrong, but it didn't turn out well, but obviously he's good for cooking. Also last week I bought this glass container because I have been loving glass containers so much. I never had one. So I promised myself to be buying just one when I go to the store because they are not the cheapest, and I also don't want to get the smaller sizes. This is a 1 kg and it cost about less than 1,000 bob, and I love it. It's so good, especially when you want to keep hot food. So my baby is here enjoying the Christmas tree as I had my meal of the day. She kept saying, "Wow, wow," and it's funny how she's just a toddler and we are able to decorate a tree or just put a few decorations around the house without her tampering with them. So that is one thing I commend her so much for. This day, this is the day that usually the cleaning lady comes. So whenever I can, I make sure that before leaving the house, my children are well fed so that she doesn't have to stop whatever she's doing and run after the kids to feed them. Because my kids, let me tell you, they are the kinds of kids that you have to run after them to eat. So whenever I can, especially when I don't have a lot of errands on that day, I usually make sure that I feed them before leaving the house. So the lady, whatever she does is only giving them snacks. If you have been able to watch the video up to this point, thank you so much for your time. This is a very long video and I don't take your time for granted. Feel appreciated so much and continue tuning in. Kindly subscribe, share, and leave a comment. Bye. I'll talk to you next Sunday.